I'll give you $10.
All right, so we are in episode 4 of the Fantastic Four brick, box.
Woo! Wrong for?
What do we call this again, man?
Unboxing.
Unboxing, man. And I'm like, we're in episode 4 deep, and I still can't get that damn word. The unboxing.
Say it with me. Say it. Woo!
Woo!
There we go.
Woo! All right, so we ended. We due to battery dying and stuff. So we're now at SpiderMan. And he's just a common Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four set.
He's a common number 9. He brings some of the stuff that we saw with the Hulk. A new kind of fantastic teamwork. When Spider-Man hits with a close attack, until your next turn, other friendly characters with the Fantastic Four can use improved movement. Ignores elevation, ignores hindering, and ignores characters for movement. So if he's moving, he can move through people no problem. And he gives that to his buddies.
What about when he runs up the trapster?
He ignores characters, so it will ignore plasticity. Yeah. And then he has the new Fantastic Four trait. He can carry one character, but only to carry characters with a Fantastic Four keyword. Once per turn, when Spider-Man is carried and placed adjacent to 2 opposing characters or more, he can make a close attack.
Just like the Hulk.
So
him and the Hulk can do that with each other.
Yes.
They can carry each other.
They drop them and they can both get a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
okay, so we get a character that can So we get characters that can carry multiple people at the same time. We got Spider-Man and the Hulk. Who would be able to do that? Invisible Woman?
Invisible Woman for drop off.
Well, right now I haven't seen a figure that can carry more than one person at a time.
Not yet.
I haven't seen that yet. There are some characters that can do it, but I haven't seen one yet. So far we're looking at one person being able to carry one.
We need a Green Lantern bus is what we need.
Oh yeah, a Green Lantern.
But he wouldn't give him that trait though.
Exactly, he doesn't have a fantastic.
So it would be just the Hulk carrying Spider-Man like a football, or Spider-Man struggling to carry the Hulk and drop each other off so that they can get that attack.
They could do it, yeah.
Yeah.
That, or you could just have 2 Sues, one drop each one off, and then bury them in with
I feel like that would destroy Tony though, because it would break the continuity of having multiple.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Same
listen. I can run multiple Robins, but it has to be like Tim Drake, Dick Grayson.
I'm gonna run 7 of the same person.
And like I said, you're the game breaker, man. This is what you're known for. So yeah.
But for those of you who don't care about continuity and playing characters with different names, go ahead and play 3 Invisible Womans. And then Hulk and
just drop them,
and Spider-Man,
and just be dropping and getting those attacks in, or however you want to do it. But I'm sure there's other stuff in those in these things that could do something better.
A good setup would be to use Sue to drop the Hulk for the attack. Already have Spider-Man out, right? On the next action, have Hulk pick up Spider-Man, take him to the next target, drop him for the hit.
Oh yeah, you could do whatever you want, man.
And then Hulk can charge up to finish it off.
You could be king for a day.
Woo! Or Emperor.
Whatever you want. Whatever has more power.
You ready?
I'm not ready because I'm putting this stuff away, but go ahead.
Oh yeah.
We've been making some really good pulls.
I'm hoping
we got a couple dupes, but not
I see.
Not as bad as the female Torch. Oh yeah, you got your suit, bro. And Thundra.
Oh, you can't have Frightful Four without Thundra.
Bro, I'm telling you what, she's a knockout. Get it? But let's start right there.
Wow, that is a female Human Torch.
Yes, that is.
I'm a little upset we don't got the what is it, Michael B. Jordan Human Torch yet, man? What's going on here?
Check this out. We got the old Brian Chain with us.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is currently playing the role of Killmonger.
That's right. And he did an amazing role. Amazing role on that.
We got. Is this the same Hulk?
Was that what?
Well, that's actually the thing. So
that's
not the same Hulk.
Sorry. Yeah, same thing. What is it? That's a totally different one, isn't it?
It is a different one. Yeah.
Oh, he's got that's boxing pants.
You know what? It looks like he's wearing like Dragon Ball Z pants or something.
No, it looks like his boxing outfit from before.
Okay.
Whenever he was doing the whole boxing. And is this the same Panther?
Yes.
Oh. All right, so we're good here. We got 3 characters that we're going to discuss here.
We only got a couple dupes. No big deal there.
Considering this whole thing has just been like all good, it's. Yeah, okay. We'll just call him Mr. Fancy Pants because those look like his boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing.
You know, that's a nice fake though. That thing.
Okay, so I mean, He has like the same sculpt as the common one, but the pants are different.
I bet that's the one that goes with the She-Hulk Brawler one from the Fearsome.
Maybe. All right, let's see. So we got Thundra, a common. So she's a Femazon, Frightful 4, Lady Liberators, and Future and Warrior keywords as well. So Thundra. She has the Frightful 4, individual combat, unique modifier. During opponent's turns, friendly characters with the Frightful 4 keyword modify defense +1 for each attack that's resolved that turn. So she gives your buddies a +1 to their defense when they're getting hit. Not bad. And she's 75 points, so she could switch out with some of the other ones. So I love that they have made them very close to value.
Yeah.
So you can switch them out very easily with
Trapster, Medusa.
with this guy's trait here.
Yep.
And then she has a damage power combat chain. Giant Reach 2. When Thundra makes a close attack after resolutions, you may place a hit character in an adjacent square to her. So she can hit you from 2 squares away, and then she can put you, adjacent to her.
That's cool. That's a really good
The old ball and chain technique.
And she's got that for four of her 6 clicks.
So she's 6 clicks for how many points?
75.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That seems to be the common thing now. All right, the Thing. So this is Thing, but he's got red trunks.
Not to be confused.
What makes him different from the other things that we pulled?
So this guy's an uncommon. He's 50 points. He's got a different trait, reforming the Fantastic Four. Once per attack, you may force the attacker to re-roll 1/4 in an attack targeting the Thing. So it's the opposite of the other ones. The other ones, they get a +1 to their attack when they roll a 4. This guy, if you roll a 4
Against him,
he can make you re-roll that whole attack roll. So it's, it kind of depends on luck. It's not bad.
Just once per turn.
Once per attack.
I mean, that's not bad, because if this hit was successful anyways, right?
Yeah.
Make him re-roll that 4.
Well, that's what we're saying. That's the one attack. And once you're targeted once, that is the attack. So the second time it wouldn't matter if you got a 4, but
Yeah.
it still safeties you that one time.
Yeah.
Just so people aren't repeating. Oh, there's another 4 in it.
Sure.
Are you sure that's how it reads? It can't be every time you roll a 4?
Well, it says
Once
targeted
per
for
attack.
Yeah. So the minute you're targeted, it implies that the attack is set. That's when you would roll shape change or anything else.
I see. Okay.
That's the attack. That's the.
So it's not like if he's targeted 4 times, he can't do that 4 times.
Like if I targeted right beside him, he rolls it, misses, he takes a token as a full action.
Right.
So, I mean, technically, he rolled a 4. By the way, you thought you hit me. Roll it again. You still got your token.
Right.
He's got 5 clicks. So
For 50 points, right?
Yeah, 50 points. That's pretty good. And he's got a special defense power that he has for his first 3 clicks. Ooh, did that hurt? Impervious. When the Thing uses it and succeeds during a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. Once per turn, when the Thing rolls a 4 for impervious, he may roll again. So normally, impervious, what it does is it'll negate 2 damage that you take, or reduce 2 damage that you take. And if you roll 5 or 6, you can make it so it deals 0 damage. Now you can use you can use penetrating blast or exploit weakness, and you can get through impervious, but it's still a really good defense power for a 50-point figure.
And how many clicks does he have that for?
5 clicks.
All clicks?
No, I'm sorry. 3 clicks he has that for.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And he's got willpower, so he's another guy that can keep going. That's pretty cool.
He's a good solid 50.
Absolutely. I'd definitely use him. Human Torch. Now this is Sue Storm using the powers of
the whole power switch by accident.
Mm-hmm. And she's using the powers of the Human Torch. So
they did that in the first movie too, didn't they?
I don't think so.
It was the second movie. When they interacted with the
That's true. That's right.
Surfer, yeah.
So she has a special trait called Flare Up. I'm not sure how to control it.
it's like flame on, except for she doesn't know what she's doing.
Poison, but if she's adjacent to an opposing character, she also damages adjacent friendly characters. So unfortunately, you gotta watch out because she can't control her flames, so she can accidentally poison friendly characters as well.
And that's playing into the character.
Yeah, her not being able to control her.
Yeah.
How many points was she?
She's 40 points. She's got 5 clicks.
Oh, so she gets a bonus anyway.
So it's it's fair. You just make sure you don't have your friendlies near her, or like adjacent to her.
Well, most of them have reach anyway. Like 4 for Fantastic. So Mr. Fantastic. So you're good. And you wouldn't literally put thing on the same one as her because they have charge.
Right.
So yeah.
Now she has a second trait. Can't control Johnny's powers. At the beginning of your turn, you have to roll a d6. On a 1 through 5, you turn the click number equal to that result. If you roll a 6, you can turn it to a click number of your choice. Oh, I see. So she can't control the powers, so she goes in between her different clicks. So you roll a dice. It doesn't matter what number she's on. And then whatever you roll, you turn her to that number. Unless you roll a 6, then you can choose what you want her at.
So if you roll a 6, you can take it right back to the beginning.
Yes.
So you can just re-top dial her.
So if you roll a 2, you take 2 damage pretty much. You're going down 2 clicks.
Unless you're on click 5, then you go up to 2.
Right.
So she's got one.
So
of those
she can't die
ones.
from that.
Right. It
She
won't
can't
kill
die.
her.
Yeah.
She's got 5 clicks, and it's only 1 through 5 that really you can get on. So it's like 1 through 5, she can't control it, but when she rolls on a 6, she's able to control it for that brief moment.
That's pretty cool. So if you're on click 5 and you roll a 5, what happens?
You stay there.
You just stay there.
But what happens if you roll a 1?
You go all the way back to number 1.
Top dial.
Okay, so each number on the roll represents the click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, you can re-top dial really quick. Just
That's not bad at all. That's kind of crazy.
And how many points?
40 points.
And
She's
how
a
many
rare?
And 5? Yeah, so that's going to be good.
And her values are great. She's got a 10 movement, a 10 attack, 17 defense, 3 damage.
Very good.
She's a solid.
How many damage?
3 damage all the way down.
Very good.
And on some clicks, she gets on 1 click, she gets range combat expert. So she can up her damage or her attack.
Nice.
That's very good, yeah.
She's good. I would definitely use her.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, Franklin Von Doom, luck.
Gotta give him a little rub.
Oh, yeah, we got red up in this month.
Oh, boy.
And is that a Moloid? Yep, Moloid. Let's go there to finish off what you were saying about Mole Man.
So we were talking about Mole Man earlier. We got one of his minions. This is Moloid.
And they actually did a recast on Claw, too.
He can dump a couple of those.
Yes.
At a time.
You can dump out 2 if he rolls a leadership roll.
Oh, my boy Hydro Man. What?
That's not a bad Hydro Man. He's 75 points. He's got the Frightful 4. I definitely want to look at his figures in a second.
Yeah, not as bad as you want to see this Red Hulk.
Yes. Good old Thunderbolt.
So Thunderbolt Ross up in here.
In case you haven't realized yet.
It is a repaint, but it's good. Oh yeah.
When you say so it's the same. Oh yeah, you're right. It is a repaint.
But it's a pretty darn good one.
Yeah,
Bro, Nova's in here too.
I saw that.
What?
It's a pretty good repaint. He can so he's part of the Frightful 4, so he actually can carry the wizard.
Just bring those back like here.
Sure.
Bro, that is sick. Look at it.
That's pretty nice. So
Nova.
I love Red Hulk, man. Oh, Nova looks really nice.
she's another herald.
Yep. She dies and everything else, and Surfer cries, and we all laugh. I mean, what? That's not sorry.
Agrees. Very dark.
Well, with Surfer, it's his pain that causes Nornrad to become more diligent in his work.
True. Alrighty, so let's see.
That's just for continuing. Yeah, for continuing. The little minion that gets dropped.
Moloid.
Start out. Yeah, Moloid. Let's go with him.
All right, so Moloid.
And bring back Mole Man so that they can, and then explain how they both kind of work together.
So here we got Mole Man. This guy can generate Moloid. Now, if you wanted to, you can play Moloid by himself. He's 10 points. He doesn't bring much, but he's not terrible.
10 points?
Yeah, he's not terrible. He's got
two.
He's got 2 clicks. He's 10 points. He brings some free stuff. He's got plasticity. He's got sidestep. He's got stealth. He's got improved movement through hindering terrain, and he's got a power action. If Moloid and another friendly character named Moloid are adjacent to the same piece of blocking terrain, you can destroy it and then remove an action token from both of them. So it's like that. So it's like they eat. Yeah. They're eating the blocking terrain, and then
he can literally mastermind his damage off to them.
Yes, that's how Mole Man comes into play. But these Moloids alone, they're not terrible. I wouldn't really suggest them playing them. But if you needed like a 10-point filler, you can play him. And he's actually tiny size, even though he looks kind of big. So the thing about tiny size figures is that they can be carried by anybody who's standard size. So if you don't want to like move him, you can just have somebody who's a standard size. Who technically this Hulk is a standard size. You can carry him with him and then
Hulk
drop
will probably
him.
carry like 50 of them.
In real life,
yeah. Or in comic life. Yeah, I just wanted to show you with the Mole Man. So these guys, he can start popping them out. Yeah. And hopefully we pull one more. I don't want any more, but hopefully we can pull one more.
At least one more, and then you can drop out 2. You know? And the best way to do it is if he drops one next to him, and he can drop one from at least 5 squares away. So then he puts another one over here. So he can tie up your opponents,
right?
And then if you try to attack him, he can mastermind the damage to him.
Perfect.
He's got the underworld keyword too.
So I didn't do that yet because we didn't have anybody to do it with. But he's got the underworld team ability. What that does is it allows Mole Man to carry Moloid, and since if they share the keyword and they're both lower points, he can carry 2 Moloids with him. So he can always have his mastermind fillers with him at all times.
And they generate some also.
Yeah, so
that is not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. I know you like teams that like kind of
love that
mastermind damage and stuff. He does that for sure.
So he literally can destroy the terrain markers that they're putting out to block everything with Sue and with Franklin and.
So Mole Man would be a good like little thing against Franklin. If you really think about it, it's just Moloids and just like start eating up his barriers and everything that he puts out,
and they just run in on him.
Yeah.
So,
and then the deal would be to hit him for 2, and then try to skip him for a 3 shot to get him past.
Perfect with the mastermind. Your Mole Man is about to get hit for 4 damage. Nah. Give it to my Mole who has what, like 1 click.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and hit Franklin for 2 and then hit him for 3. That way it's done. That way he doesn't hit that good spot.
So. Yeah.
So unfortunately, he has 2 stop clicks. So you'll have to hit him. You'll have to hit him again. You're gonna have to focus a lot of attention on him if you want to try to one-shot him.
Yeah.
I forgot about that stop, man. That's what that read that.
No, we got Red Hulk.
We got Red Hulk. So that's Thaddeus Ross. Good old Thunderbolt. He took some of the gamma radiation and it made him into this red, angry Hulk who gets hot. That's like the difference between him and the Hulk. Hulk gets stronger, but Red Hulk, he gets hotter. And he's got a couple traits. So he's got a circle of 4. If the Red Hulk hasn't been moved or placed this turn, modify attack or damage +1. So if he's just sitting there, on his top val, he's gonna have let me see his top. He's gonna have 12 attack, 5 damage if he hasn't moved.
So he's one of the ones that you do want to carry into combat. You want to keep him in that close range and just not move him. Just like like the last game we had where Superman barely moved around, where I didn't know what I was doing.
Tank out.
And he was just sitting there.
This guy loves to say stuff.
It's like a tank.
Yes. And he's got the defense of a tank as well. He's got 6 clicks. You can play him at 75 points or 50 points. But if you play him at 50, he's only got 4 clicks. It's still good. And he's got another trait. Angrier and hotter. So, when Red Hulk takes damage from an opponent's attack, you give him an anger token. He can only have a maximum of 2. When Red Hulk makes a close attack and has an anger token, modify damage +1. And after resolutions, remove the anger token. If Red Hulk has 2 anger tokens, he deals penetrating damage, including his poison. So he's got poison all the way through. That's supposed to represent his heat. And it can deal penetrating damage if he has 2 anger tokens.
Wow.
I'm sorry, not 2 penetrating, but it deals penetrating. Yeah. And he's got the basic, I'm gonna run over and hit you. He's got charge. And he's got leap, climb, then charge, and he's got plasticity, so you can't run away from him later. He's good, and he's even got a little bit of regen at the end. Now
It's always good for regen.
He does not have Indomitable, so he's not somebody who can like attack and like push.
What was the keywords?
But he does have Avengers keyword. He's got the Codex keyword. I'm just gonna say this as a disclaimer. Remember the Codex keyword. That is gonna come in handy in the next set, but I'm not gonna say anything else because that would spoil it. So that's all I'm saying. But watch out for that Codex keyword. Fantastic Four, Intelligentsia, and Soldier. And he's got the team player team ability. It's one of their newer team abilities. It's a wild card and allows him to copy other people's team abilities. As long as it's a copyable one. He can't copy Power Cosmic,
but he can Fantastic Four?
Yes, he can copy the Fantastic Four.
So the +1 could be applied?
He does have the keyword, so I think he could do a lot of that stuff, yeah. You have to, because some of the traits are tricky, but yeah, he can definitely play on a Fantastic Four team as well. So that's Red Hulk. Next,
and what was his rarity?
He's a common.
Common.
Yeah.
He's a common that hurts you. Like, I haven't seen a common here that's weak.
Right.
Like, all of these commons,
even the damn Moloid is worth it.
Even the Moloid is not bad. Like, he gets all this free stuff for 2 clicks.
Like, 2 clicks. So is it 2 clicks?
He's only 2 clicks, but he's 10 points.
10 points, wow.
Literally the price of a decent object.
Plasticity, sidestep, and stealth, all in 10 points of a figure.
Right.
Like, so he can tie you up. Like, imagine you're like on a roll here and you're like, oh, I'm gonna mess this guy up. And you can't move because this little 10-point figure is keeping you up.
Imagine your total action is drop 5 on your team just to tie people up so you can shoot them for range.
Yeah, definitely. And I would be okay with 5 on your team because they're
it's
minions.
50 points, you don't care.
It's just they're generated by a mole man.
Oh yeah.
Well, so I'm saying, even if you paid 10 apiece and put them on any other team, it'd still be decent fodder, so to speak.
This Nova is good too, man. It's an uncommon. It's 125 points. Power Cosmic keyword. Power Cosmic team ability. Cosmic and Herald keywords. Yeah. I love how the Herald keyword is getting some love because that has been really.
Do you know if they did Terrax in this one?
I don't know. Maybe. I would be surprised if they did it, but I think they did. Nova has Hypersonic on her first 4 clicks. She's only 6 clicks for 125 points. I know we've seen more clicks for that point value, but she brings a cool trait. When an opposing character is KO'd, after resolutions, heal the highest point friendly character 1 click. You can choose if it's a tie. So she wants to KO people really badly, but it doesn't matter if she is the one doing the KOing. Anybody can do the KOing, and her trait will activate and heal the highest point figure. So,
and she's a friendly, so she can heal herself.
12, 18, 4 off the top.
Yes. So she's dealing 4 damage for the first click, and then her 3rd click, and then she's dealing 3. She gets support later for a couple clicks, so she can do healing through a support. Support is basically, if you're adjacent to a friendly character, you roll 2 dice as if you're doing an attack roll, and your attack has to be higher than their defense with the dice total. And then if you succeed on the support, you roll a dice, and you can heal up to 4 clicks of health.
Literally, it's like you're attacking them and forcing them to take medication.
Yeah.
Take the potion.
Right.
Yeah, so she can do
why,
that.
Why up to 4? So what is it? So you roll a 1, it's a 1?
It's a minimum of 2.
Okay.
So even if you roll a 1 or 2, you can heal your friendly 2. But they made it so if you roll 6, you can heal at least 4.
Yeah.
You can't go 6. Right.
So it's always like a -4, minimum 2.
Okay.
I mean -2, minimum 2.
But support, clear, support again, top down.
Yeah. So if you roll a 3, it's still going to be 2. If you roll a 4, it's 2. If you roll 5, it's 3. If you roll 6, it's 4. So it's a nice balance.
That's pretty good, yeah.
She's not the best character that I've seen that can use support, because I see her primarily as an attacker. She's got an 8 range, a 12 movement, hypersonic, 11 attack, 4 damage with perplex. so she can up her damage or attack up however
It's a
she wants.
hypersonic 12, which means she goes half and back.
She doesn't have to hit up close because she's got a 4 range, and if you use a range attack with hypersonic speed, you can only use half of your range, but that's still 4 squares. So she can go 16 squares. She's a 16 square threat, is what I'm saying. So to give you a reference, this is a 24 square map this way. For 16 squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. From right here,
Everything's a target.
she can hurt anything from right here.
With a 12 attack. Or, no way, is it, what's it?
11 attack, but you can
attack?
perplex it up to 12.
Yeah, and an 18 defense.
Wow.
For 4 damage, right?
Yeah, she's an uncommon.
So she just literally just bam.
It's a great uncommon. If you pull that in a sealed tournament, you will win if people haven't pulled things that are equally as good. Because everything in this set has been so good.
It has been all.
Alright, so we got somebody who is definitely hated by everybody in Wakanda. We have Ulysses Claw.
Oh God, hated by me too.
This guy's 75 points and he's part of the Frightful Four.
And it's actually a new mold. It's not like the other one from before. It actually looks.
It is a new mold and it's not bad.
It's not got the insane blast looking. It's actually where it's supposed to be.
His Frightful Four trait basically gives everybody energy shield deflection. So that'll give you a +2 to your defense against range attacks. So if you're fighting range opponents, he's a great guy to bring in there.
And it's 75 points for the complete interchange.
Yep. I think all these Frightful Four guys are like 75 points. They must be because...
That way it made it so much easier for them to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was a good 4th on WizKids.
So you want the Frightful Four, you have your 200, or their 300 point team right there.
And you
have
play
a whole line.
You got your whole Frightful Four team at 300 points.
Well, yeah, and then you're running the wizard, and you've got a sideline of 4 additional ones you can
Right.
multi-change if you need to.
And the wizards, how many points?
75.
So yeah, perfect.
He fits on there perfect. Yep. Now, see, sometimes they kind of messed up and they would make like a character like Wizard like 70 or 60 points,
Right.
and then you would never get the math right. But this time they fixed it. Everybody's 75 points. Keep it simple. It's smart. He's got another trait though. Claw, when he is KO'd. I love that. I love when characters are KO'd.
When
that
you're
they do
knocked out,
something.
you drop an infinity jump. No, wait, that's the other side.
You get to roll a d6. A 4 through 6. You deal 2 penetrating damage to all opposing characters within 4 squares. So if you kid this guy and you're up close,
I'm gonna suicide drop him.
Yeah, he's a kamikaze.
Bro, you run him up, then you have the female torch. Explosion everybody.
Oh,
he
yeah.
takes the damage and he kills on top of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
true. Yeah, you could kill him yourself actually.
Because
There goes Creed breaking the game again.
it'd be funny because then you kill him off and everything adjacent to him would take damage on top of that.
A lot of damage.
So they're taking the 2 from her, and then what was it? An additional 2? Yeah.
I'll let you figure that out later. But he's got
You know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that dick. That's like,
he's got another power too. He's got a cool defense power. Barrier invulnerability. Invulnerability is kind of general, but it does a little more. When Claw uses barrier, he can count range and draw line of fire from the square of a friendly character with the Frightful Four keyword.
from a friendly, no matter where they're at.
So this is fantastic. So he could be on the starting line, not even moved. You could have Hydro Man, who, sneak peek, he is Frightful Four as well. You could be like, you know what, I want to create barrier. So he can use him
Use his line of sight for.
and do barrier right here. And he just stays right there. Or he could be all the way the frick over here and do it.
Because it's line of sight.
He could literally have somebody.
So line of
almost in-
sight is infinite, just so that
Yes.
everybody knows.
He could literally.
As long as there's
almost
nothing
get-
in front, you can target.
He gets somebody almost cornered over here. Literally use his to block him in to where he has no choice but to come at him.
Yeah.
Or to block him into where he can't get out so he can clear so he can attack when the barrier drops.
And he's got good values. He's got an 11 attack, 3 damage, range, combat expert on top dial. And the dial, his attack never goes below a 10. So he's still good. And then he gets Pulse Wave a little bit later. He's a great fig. Uncommon, great fig.
Timing War still good?
And here we have Hydro Man. He's our rare in this pack. I really like Hydro Man because I'm always like wondering how they're gonna do it, and I think they did his figure really cool. Frightful 4, so he's got the same Frightful 4 trait, except his does opposing characters modified damage -1 when making range attacks, targeting more than one or more friendly characters with the Frightful 4 keyword. So this guy makes opponents have a -1 to their damage when they're doing range attacks. And then he has a special attack power called Drown on Dry Land. It sounds really cool too.
Yeah.
Poison and Smoke Cloud. Oh, this is gonna be good. When Hydro Man uses Smoke Cloud, he generates water markers instead. And after resolutions, he can use poison at no cost and considers opposing characters occupying his water markers adjacent for his poison. So he's got 4 square range. He can do his little smoke cloud, which is going to be water, and then everybody in the water is going to take 1 poison damage.
What's his rarity?
He's a rare.
Oh my god.
Rare, 75 points, 6 clicks. His attack does not go below a 10, and his damage is 3 for most of his.
Wizard's gonna love him.
Oh god, it's gonna be so much fun.
We got almost all the Frightful 4, I think.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's see it, bro.
Oh, we pop Doom out first?
Yeah, we can.
Let's get the ones that we've already pulled out of there.
We'll check it first.
Right.
I see we have a Skull Infiltrator, so he's like a generic Skull. Which, if you saw Captain Marvel, they're apparently not as bad as they seem.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it was fun for the thing,
But yes, same?
yeah, it's the same.
Got a Spidey, got a Anthony's. Oh wait, is it the same?
That's a rare. This is a different.
This is a very different one.
Yeah,
He looks different.
Just like this is an X-23, not a.
and then we have X-23
yeah.
instead of Wolverine. It's the same character but different. Different everything.
Hey, these are some good pulls, man.
Thank you, Franklin Richards.
Yeah.
Von Doom. Would he hyphenate? Would it be Franklin Richards, Von Doom?
Nah, he dropped the Richards, bro. You ain't trying to hear that.
No. Doom dropped the Richards.
True that.
Facts.
True that. All right. So
What do you got? Any commons there? Or?
we pulled a SpiderMan again,
Right.
which is a common, and we have a common Skrull Infiltrator. We'll cover him first. So Skrull is 20 points, and he
got 3 for 20?
is 3 clicks deep. He has a trait called Assume Your Form, because Skrulls